all of your body. You only come and go when you feel like it. Been at it for a while, but you won't commit. This inconsistent love is messing with my...
Wait's over, yeah. Drastic changes in the making. I won't stop until we make it. Your body's sudden like Jamaican weather. Hot girl, I can't take it. Hey, your mommy, while she a bad time, only concerned about what the friends drink. Shawty roll up in a party, hold up in the way she play it, ain't a game. I can't get her off my mind. She stands out from the rest of the crowd. She asks what they don't, so she does what she wants, and them girls get jealous when she walks in. Hey, forgive her. 2 shots of tequila. Got her confidence up, hey, and she don't really need much, no. Yeah. To make you fall in love. No, she don't really need much, no. Yeah. To make you want her. No, she don't really need much, no.
Hey guys, so for this first look, I'm keeping these very straightforward and quick, so this video isn't too long. But for the first look with the navy dress, we are going to do a super smoky, dark navy eye. So first step, I recommend doing your eyes first for this look because it's going to be a very dramatic smoky eye. So I'm going to start by applying Scotch tape to create that super sharp line. So the next step is to prime our eyes and try and conceal all the veins and discoloration before we go in with shadow. Any type of concealer, even your foundation will work, just something to really cancel out and create a clean canvas. Next, what's very important is you want to set that concealer down. So I'm just going to take this fluffy brush, some translucent powder, anything that will work, and just set this down so it's not too sticky or gooey on the eye before you go in with any color. Sticking with this brush, I'm actually going to dip into the Shade and Light eye palette. This is just the normal one, all matte neutral shades. I'm going to take this light brown transition color just to kind of get our eye look going. This will help blend everything else out later. So I'm just gonna blend this neutral brown right into my crease. And since we are working with blues, which can be quite tricky and cooler tones, I do like adding a warm tone transition color to start us off, just so everything's looking more seamless and like that shadow is supposed to be there. So now going in with the Shade and Light palette I talked briefly about in the beginning, I'm going to start with this blue shade. It's a really, really pretty blue shade. Same, just regular old fluffy brush. Dipping in there, tapping off the excess. These are super pigmented, so be careful. And I'm doing the same thing I did with the brown. I'm going in with a slightly smaller brush in that same shade just to define and focus that color a little bit more. Okay, now for my favorite part, we are going to take the dark navy shade and any flat shader brush and pack this all over our lid. And packing it. Here's where you're gonna have a lot of fallout. You wanna bring it all the way in and kind of carve out that crease with this shade. I'm gonna go back in with a fluffy brush and this gray shade. This is a great transition and kind of start blending those edges out. This can be a very light and effortless, just to make sure everything isn't looking too harsh. So I'm taking this liquid liner from NYX, just lining my eyes like normal and adding a slight wing on the outer edge, but it will be a lot easier because we do have that tape there and we already have that dark shadow, so it's not as scary making a winged liner because this is just gonna help define our eyes even more. So I'm going to remove this tape. I'm going to take a little tiny brush, like this little one right here, and take that white shade in the palette and really emphasize and highlight the inner corner, especially because things can get really dark right there. And I know this looks kind of crazy right now, but once we apply our foundation and finish the face, this will all come together. You just don't want to leave a part of your eye blank, because then it will look slightly out of place. Apply it under my brow bone. These colors are just so pigmented. Okay, so I will be right back with my face done and we will move on to our lip color. Okay, so now my base makeup is done. I'll make sure and link everything I used down below, but if you guys want to watch my foundation routine, I pretty much did the same thing, and of course you can use your own products. So I just skipped past that part, but we're gonna finish off the eyes before we move to our lips. So first off, I'm gonna take the highlighter that I used on my face. This is the Mary Lou by The Balm. Dip into there and highlight our inner corners again because this is obviously more shimmery, while that first shade we used was a matte white. So this will really brighten up and add a little bit of shimmer to our eyes, and then I'm also going to add that on the top, very tip of your arch, under your brow bone. And then we are going to go underneath our eyes. So I'm going to take this little pencil brush from Morphe, and I'm going to start with that brown shade. Again, you can use your bronzer, you can use any other brown eyeshadow shade, and I'm just going to really buff this underneath our lash line. And then just to draw the blues from our lid down to our lash line, I'm going to take a flat definer brush, something like this, something a little bit more itty bitty, and I'm going to dip into the navy shade, take a little bit on my brush, tap it off, and press in on the very outer corner of our bottom lash line. Now for our lips, I have a bunch from MAC. I love MAC lipsticks. I'm first gonna line my lips with this Fresh Clay Lip Intensity pencil from MAC. Oh, the shade is Fresh Clay. So I'm just gonna line my lips really quick. I'm gonna go in with Cherish. This is a great regular old nude, and I feel like this would look good on a lot of different skin tones. So. And this is in a satin finish, so it's creamy and has a tiny bit of shine. It just makes your lips look super just natural and beautiful, and with this hair, oh my god, I'm loving this look. So for our lashes, I'm just gonna curl them, apply some regular old mascara, and then I'm probably just gonna fast forward through this part, to be honest. I'm gonna take Demi Wispies by Ardell. These are classic lashes, really full, pretty, fluttery lash. You can find these at your drugstore. Pop these on, and I will be back to show you the completed look. Okay, so this is the completed makeup look. I just popped on the lashes. I think this is so pretty if you want to go super formal, super just smoky, sultry. I think this eye looks super pretty with the hair up, and then you'll see the dress in a minute is all like open shoulder and open chest, so I think really defining your eyes and then keeping your lips super nude is beautiful, especially if you're wearing a dark dress. I think it complements the eyes so well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and let's see the completed outfit.
until we make it. Your body's sudden like Jamaican weather. Hot girl, I can't take it. Hey, your mommy, while she a bad time, only concerned about what the friends drink. Shorty roll up in a party, hold up in the way she play it, ain't a game. I can't get her off my mind. She stands out from the rest of the crowd. She asks what they don't, so she does what she wants, and them girls get jealous when she walks in. Hey, forgive her. 2 shots of tequila. Got the confidence up, hey, and she don't really need much now. Yeah, to make you fall in love.
Hey guys, so we're on to the second look of this video. If the background looks a little bit different, that's because all of these different looks are filmed on completely different days. So it has been about 2 weeks since I filmed the first section of this video. So today I got done this really pretty like double pony, so it looks super thick. I want to call it the Barbie pony because I feel it looks just super like puffy and not fake, but kind of just like more animated. As far as the makeup, we are going to be doing a really sharp winged liner with a red lip because I will be wearing the red dress for this look. So again, I'm gonna skip past and keep the makeup portion sweet and simple. So I'm gonna start on my face, do my normal foundation routine, and then I will be back to show you some of the more important sections like the winged liner and the lip and all that jazz. So I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, I just did my primer and foundation, so now I'm gonna move on to the winged liner, and this is gonna be kind of an intense wing liner. Of course, you can change it to how you like, but I always like to do my winged liner using the Scotch tape method. Therefore, I like doing my foundation first, just so I can get my base down, and then I do the liner, and then I'll do my concealer after, so just in case if I do mess up on my wings, I don't have my full base done, we just kind of have half done. So it is a little bit different in terms of steps in order. So with that being said, I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little. So I always like to apply it to the back of my hand really quick and then apply it under my eyes in the shape or angle that I want. Now the biggest tip with the tape method is just to make sure your tape is angled the same on both eyes so you don't have one liner up, one liner down. Felt tip liner, and I'm going to use this as my base liner, and then I'm gonna go back in with a separate liquid liner to really make everything super black and intense. I'm just like starting back and pulling into the eye, and then right here you wanna make that part thicker. Pull straight in and then line your eye like normal. Then go. Okay, so now that I feel like they are pretty even, I'm gonna remove the tape and then we'll go back and fix little things. So here you can see this one is definitely more filled in on the wing part, and then this one's a little bit thinner. So now, since I already have that base map out, I can go back and fix here. So here we want to fill this part in and really drag that to the wing. Now that I'm happy with both wings, of course they're not super perfect, but once we have lashes on, the full face of makeup, everything will come together. So I'm gonna take a more intense super liquid liner. This one is from NYX, just a black liner. It has the brush tip a little bit more intense, and I'm just gonna go over all of the black to make sure everything is locked down. Okay, so now I have my liner done. I'm gonna go back to finish off my face. Now for lashes, personally, I think this is one of the most important parts of this look because the liner is so intense. So I'm using the Ardell Faux Mink. These are their more expensive and luxurious lashes. You can see they're super wispy and really, really soft and pretty. Of course, these lashes aren't needed, but I do think for this look, if you're gonna do a crazy wing liner, a nice big lash really helps that liner look not more natural, just more fitted with your face and eyes in general. So I'm gonna apply some mascara like regular and then pop on these faux mink lashes, and I will be right back. Now I have my lashes on. We're gonna add a little bit of definition to our lower lash line just so everything kind of evens out. So I'm going to find just a super neutral brown. I'm gonna take my Tarte palette, any type of brown neutral shade, or you could do a color if you really wanted to. I'm just gonna buff this on my lower lash line. Lastly, for our lower lash line, I'm just going to apply some mascara. My favorite lower lash line mascara is the MAC Giga Black Lash. Comes in the blue tube. So I'm just going to apply this to my lower lashes. To highlight our inner corner, I'm just going to take a highlighter in this little brush. This is the Mary Lou by The Balm. So I'm just going to tap that in there and apply it right on my inner corner. Also gonna apply that right on the arch of my brow. Now on finally to our lips, I am taking the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in Don't Stop. This is a super true red. I love this formula of liquid lipstick. Super easy to apply. I don't think you need a lip liner with it because the applicator is very little and really easy to use. Okay, so this is the completed makeup look for this hair. So I changed out my earrings. I'm wearing these gold hoops from Zara. I love these kind of thicker hoops that are in style right now. And then I think it just looks so cute with the like Barbie hair. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and let's check out the full outfit.
Wait's over. Yeah. Drastic changes in the making. I won't stop until we make it. Your body's sudden like Jamaican weather. Hot girl, I can't take it. Hey, your mommy, while she a bad time, only concerned about what her friends drink. Shawty roll up in a party, hold up in the way she play it, ain't a game. I can't get her off my mind. She stands out from the rest of the crowd. She asks what they don't, so she does what she wants, and them girls get jealous when she walks in. Hey, forgive her. 2 shots of tequila. Got her confidence up, hey, and she don't really need much now. Yeah. To make you fall in love.
Okay, so for this final look of this video, we are doing more of a really girly, kind of like a classic prom look. When I think of prom, I feel like this is what everyone thinks of stereotypically. So if you guys are into that, this will definitely be a look for you. I'm going to be wearing a really pretty light pale pink kind of lacy dress, and then my hair is super curly, half up, and the whole back is very twisty. I'm gonna start with my eyes and do my face after off camera, just because this eye look will get pretty messy when we're using glitter and a lot of shimmery products. We're all zoomed in, so I'm just gonna take this Maybelline Age Rewind concealer and just put this on my eyelids to conceal and prime. For the majority of this look, we're going in with the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia. If you haven't seen my review on this, that is on my channel already. So I'm going to take this first shade, Tempera. It's just a matte creamy shade, and set down that concealer. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is Orange Soda, and we're just going to take this on a fluffy brush and apply this in our crease. Super messy, nothing precise. Next I'm going to go in with Dusty Rose. It's kind of like a mauve-y purple shade, just so this eye look isn't too warm. This will bring in the rosy tones. So now that we have that really clean base, I'm going to deepen it up just a little bit before we go in with the shimmer. So I'm just going to take this smaller brush and go in with Rustic. It's just a very mid-tone, deeper brown. Blending this right into the crease, a little bit more precise to give this some depth, deepness, kind of keeping it on the outer corner right there. Now to deepen it up even more, we're going to go in with the darkest brown in this palette. Get a little bit of that on my brush and just put it right in the very outer corner, kind of just like tapping it in and not really blending out too much. And now for the lids, you can see here I left most of my lid pretty blank. Of course it's okay if it kind of gets messy, because I'm going to go in with the same flat brush and take kind of like a thicker pot concealer. This, and we're gonna kind of cut our crease. This is gonna be kind of like a half cut crease, nothing too intense. So I'm just gonna start placing this from the inner corner and just trying to carve out the area where we want that pigment to be. Okay, now that we have that concealer down, I'm going to go in with this different flat shader brush, and I'm going to take the shade Glistening from this palette, and then I'm going to spray it with some type of spray, Fix Plus. Wherever we have that concealer, I'm going to press this shadow down. That shade is kind of pulling more of a yellow tone, and I want something a little more pink and champagne-like. So I have these little pigments from MAC. This is actually from a holiday collection, but NYX sells a lot of pigments like this, and MAC does as well, although I don't know if they still have this one. So this is in the shade Tan. It's just a really pretty rosy pink shade. Take this on my brush and tap it right over top. So see, this eye kind of pulls a little bit more pink and champagne to it than the yellow. Okay, so I initially put that gold shade down, and then we laid that kind of pretty pinky shade over top. So this section is kind of really up to you, just based on the color you wanted. That initial color was just a little too yellow for what I wanted, so I applied that pink pigment over top. Just to top it off, I'm going to take this Urban Decay just little glitter thing in Space Cowboy. They're kind of like these little glitter pots, and they're super easy to use. So I'm just going to take my finger in there, grab some glitter, and press this over top. This will just add like really pretty iridescent flecks of glitter. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my face so that we can come back and finish the lower lash line, do our lashes, all that, and our lips. Okay, so I just finished my face makeup and brows. So I'm gonna zoom you guys back in so we can finish up our lower lash line. So we're back zoomed in. I'm gonna keep it pretty basic on the lower lash line, just going back in with the same palette. We're gonna start with Orange Soda, then Dusty Rose, and then Rustic. So kind of just build up the deepness, exactly what we did in our crease, just on our lower lash line. I'm just gonna take Orange Soda on my pencil brush and buff this on the lower lash line. Take the same brush and dip into Dusty Rose. Do the same thing. Really pushing it back into this outer corner so this hair area really blends together. Then taking a flat definer like this, going into Rustic and pushing this into my lash line. This is more for just some definition. Okay, so I applied my upper and bottom mascara, and I actually realized I kind of like this look with no false lash because I don't want the lash to kind of block all the shimmer and beautifulness we have on our eyes. I wanted it to be a little more softer. So of course you can add a lash if you want, but this is easier, and I feel like for the most average person, you won't want to be wearing lashes. Might just be easier throughout the night. So yeah, I just did quite a large coat of mascara. So now for our lips, I want to do like a really light pinky nude with lots of gloss. So I'm just using this Maybelline Nude Lip Liner. This is 25 Toast. Any nude lip liner will work. And I'm just going to line my lips. I do like using a slightly darker lip liner. Just to make it line lips. Going with a MAC Classic. This is Cream Cup. Really pretty pale pink. This is a cream sheen, so it kind of has like a glossy finish to it. I normally don't wear a pink lipstick, but this one's really, really pretty and nude. And then on top, I'm gonna go in with my favorite gloss. This is the Marc Jacobs Sugar Gloss. It's just a really pretty nude. I also love the Maybelline Lip Lacquer in Tease. That's a really pretty nude shade, so if you wanna use that as well. So I'm just gonna apply this. This will kind of tone down the coolness of that pink and kind of add some warmth. Okay, so this is the completed makeup look. I think this turned out really, really pretty and glamorous. I love the shimmer, really glossy lip, the really pretty like princess hair. This just looks very enchanted to me, and with the dress, I think you're really gonna love it. So let's head to the fashion portion and you'll see the completed look.